Hello, everyone.
Hi.
So we are at the port. We are going to get ready to go down and get our scooter. We're going to talk a little bit. We have some mobility issues, so we get in the scooter. Cruising is great for people with mobility issues. The scooters, it's easy to move around. So this cruise is going to mark a couple of firsts for Charlene and I. But first, we'll tell you a little about the ship. So we're getting on Mariner of the Seas. Mariner is in the Voyager class of ships. She has been in service for 20 years. She came in service, I think it was in 2003. So she's a little bit older than some of the other ships that we've been on. Actually, she's a little bit younger than some of them too.
Yeah, Brilliance, yeah.
And Independence. So
yeah.
So when she was built, she was the largest cruise ship that had been built at that time. She is the youngest of the Voyager class ships. So she was the last one that was put into service. She was built in the Finland yard that all the Royal Caribbean ships are built in. So she can hold almost 1,700 passengers and I think 1,000 crew. So she even though she's not the largest ship in the world now, she is still a pretty large ship.
Yeah.
She's been passed by a couple of the Disney ships, probably about 2 or 3 of the Carnival ships, and the entire Oasis and Icon classes in Royal Caribbean. So she is like I said, she's the second largest ship we've ever been on. We've been on the Allure. She'll slip to third once we get on Icon, but
yeah.
and then the fourth once we get on the Wish next year. So so that's about the Mariner. She has had the Royal amplification, so she has
5 years ago.
5 years ago. So she has a lot of the perks that the Oasis class ships have.
Yeah.
So a couple of firsts that this cruise will mark for Charlene and I. This will be the first time we've done a back-to-back cruise. So we are going to do a 5-day cruise to Mexico and Cozumel.
Mm-hmm. And
then we are going to do a 4-day cruise to Nassau, Bahamas and the Coco Cay. It'll be the first time that we have gone to Atlantis. We're going to do that when we're in Nassau. And
will this not be the first time we've been on a cruise ship on my birthday?
Yes, this will be the first time we've been on a cruise ship on her birthday. We've been on a cruise ship on my birthday, but it'll be the first time we've cruised on her birthday.
We'll be in Cozumel.
We'll be in Cozumel. We're going to do a Mayan cooking adventure. I'm going to look at it, and I might even bring that back to the States, baby, and be feeding you Mayan food.
Yum!
And the second first it marks, it's the first time that Charlene and I have stayed in one of the suite class rooms. It's a junior suite, handicapped junior suite. It is by far the largest room that we've ever stayed in.
We're gonna have tons of room.
So we on a cruise ship.
Yeah, because not only is it a junior suite, it's also accessible. So those are always larger anyway for scooters, wheelchairs, things like that.
Right. So, and I believe we got a balcony and everything like that.
We have a balcony. We have never
had a balcony. So, like I said, this cruise.
We did have an indoor balcony. I mean, not indoor, but one that faced over Central
on
Park.
On Allure, we had
the boardwalk.
Yeah, on Allure, we were able to see the boardwalk. This will be the first time we will be able to see the ocean from our room. So, on a cruise ship. So, like I said, this cruise marks a lot of firsts for Charlene and I. So we're very excited to take this cruise. It's the longest we will have been at sea. It's the longest
9 nights.
So like I said, it is first for us in a lot of ways. It kicks off a 10-month 4-cruise adventure that we're going on. We'll knock off 2 in the next 9 days. In April, we'll get on Icon and go for I think a 7-day cruise on Icon.
It's a 7-night.
It's a 7-night cruise on Icon
for our anniversary.
And then we're going to get on the Disney Wish in September. So then
stay tuned for all that.
So we'll tell you how Disney compares to Royal Caribbean.
I've got pretty high expectations, but we'll see.
And I'll say one thing: Disney's higher than Royal Caribbean.
A little more expensive.
But then again, Icon will be competitive.
Oh my gosh. away on our first ever balcony. Super excited about that.
So we are actually on the balcony during the sail away. We were standing up on the side looking for a good place, and then we saw.
We've got a balcony.
So we're gonna sit out here. We're gonna see the sunset, and then we're gonna go eat.
Yep. Bye.
Hello.
Hi.
So we did Puerto Costa Maya today. We went to the famous Don Lolo, and if you ask me, Don So-So would be a better name for it. That was way overplayed.
Yeah.
And I fix better tacos at the house.
Yes, you do.
And we went and saw dolphins.
We did see dolphins at is it Dolphin Discovery?
Yes, Dolphin Discovery, it's in the port at Costa Maya.
Yep.
So you can see dolphins right there in the port at Costa Maya. It's a pretty place. I mean, you can see in the back, somewhat in the background, so it's really, really pretty. Charlie's showing it to you now. Mexico is nice. It's probably about 85 degrees here today, so a lot warmer than it is back home.
But there's a really nice breeze, and it really wasn't too bad at all.
We are going to go to dinner here in just a few minutes. Have our dinner. We're going to see a show tonight, and after that, she'll probably go to sleep.
I might. I don't know. There's karaoke.
Maybe you always say karaoke, but you will never do it. And you don't want me. You want me up there doing karaoke?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll do it. What song do I need to sing? Let me pull out my guitar. center of entertainment for the ship. So we're going to show you that. Behind us here is the dining room. It is 3 levels on Mariner of the Seas, the 3rd, 4th, and 5th deck, so it has 3 levels. This is where you would go for your food plan. This is all of the meals in the main dining room are on the food plan that you pay for as part of your cruise. We're going to show you maybe some places that now that aren't. So follow us along. So not quite to the Royal Promenade yet, but a couple things we want to show you that are on deck 5. Over here is guest services, any issues that you would have. And the gentleman's waving at us right now.
Hello.
Any issues that you have that you need resolved. So we're in the shore excursions area. This is where if you have issues about, if you have issues with your shore excursions, questions, Charlene and I actually have to finish the booking of our shore excursion with the setting up of the person that's going to come and get us and take us back and forth to Atlantis tomorrow. So I'm at Next Cruise, and if you want to, you can book your next cruise while you're on the ship. You get some discounts, some incentives to do so. And I believe if you've got a travel agent, you can still book it with your travel
Within 30
agent,
days, you
even
can
going
transfer
to the
it.
next
Yes.
cruise. So it's essentially your opportunity to get a little bit off of your next cruise. is craft beer, wine. Doesn't serve food, just basically has beer and wine. They have live entertainment every night. Guitar players sing who sings. Really, really good from my experience. The entertainers that they have at the Barnacle and Barrel. It's kind of the old English pub style without the English pub food. So we're to the middle of the promenade now. Over on this side is the Bamboo Room. That's a tiki bar. Has basically a tiki bar theme. Tiki bar drinks. Of course, you can get any drink you want. This is the market. This is where you get your Royal Caribbean themed merchandise. There's some jewelry in there. There's a little bit of booze in the back. Much more booze over here for Port Merchants. But pretty much, if you want to buy it on Royal Caribbean, there's some Kate Spade in there. If you want to buy something on this ship, this is where you're going to go.
Yeah, there's branded merchandise, clothing, blankets, hint, hint. Gosh, cups, hats, all kinds of things.
So this is the Port Merchant shop. It basically has all the booze you could ever want. Again, duty free. But it also is, believe it or not, behind that wall back there is where you're going to get your candy for your kids. If you need any kind of medication like Tylenol, it's there. If you run out of toothpaste, it's back behind that wall, behind all the booze.
And bring your cash because it's expensive. Hey guys, we are back. We just kind of want to give you a little play-by-play
of the trip so far. We are in what, day 7, day 6 of our 9-day trip. We got tomorrow, Sunday.
Actually, 9 nights, 10 days.
Yeah, 9 nights, 10 days. So we may actually, I think we're on day 7, baby.
Maybe,
because we've had 5 days to begin with. This is our second day. So,
yes.
And we got 2 more to go.
Yes, these are right. So, anyway, so we had a great time with some friends that Stephen knows from college. They hosted us at their home to watch a football game, and it's always good to see Brian and Jenny. Shout out to them, all their hospitality. It was great to have dinner with them as well. When we got on the ship, boarding was very easy. I will say that when we got on board with the scooter, there was some drama. So go ahead.
So the drama,
pool deck.
that we were going to the pool deck, and her scooter died. So we got it going again. Thought we had it okay, and then I thought we had it going fixed. We called Scoot Around. They scrambled to get another scooter on the ship, succeeded, got another scooter on the ship. However, Royal Caribbean had the wrong number for that scooter.
I don't know who was at fault there, but they had 1603 and our cabin number is 1608.
So we went Saturday and Sunday with this scooter that just...
It was, and then it wasn't. And then it was.
It just wasn't going to make it. It kept dying on us. If it hit a bump, if it went over a cobblestone, it died.
I really think there was a short in the battery or the steering column because it just was not working.
So Scoot Around, we called them on Monday and said, we can make it the next 4 days of this trip. We just won't get off the ship at Costa Maya and Cozumel. But we, excuse me, we got an expensive excursion in the Bahamas. So when we get back to port on the second leg of this vacation, we got to have another one. And the lady goes, we got you another one on there. So as it turned out, Royal Caribbean had the wrong room number. And the really thing is that they had it out in front of a room that's close to ours.
5
And Charlene said, I wonder if that one was ours. And we didn't think it was because they had another room.
Well, I looked at it and it had a cabin number on it of 1603. And ours was 1608, or is 1608.
I'll be honest, I was tempted just to go.
I was going to hijack it, but I thought better of it. I don't want to be that person.
My angel was going, don't do that. My devil was going, get. So we had a day of cruising, went to Costa Maya. Costa Maya Cruise Port, if you've never been there, is a is a
was
vacation
built.
destination, all of it in its own. It was built
Yes.
for cruisers.
Yes, it was built
So,
for sport specifically.
it was built by the cruise companies for cruising. So you got a lot of shops, you have a lot of stuff there. So we had always heard about a place there called Don Lolo's. So I was really excited to go get tacos at
Oh,
Don
the
Lolo's.
tacos are so wonderful. You've never put anything
Best
so good in your
taco
mouth
you ever had.
ever.
Don So-So, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I
and
was
that may
impressed.
actually be putting it up a level.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've had better tacos. I've made better tacos at
Oh,
my
you
house.
made way better tacos.
They just didn't have a whole lot of flavor, and to be honest, what we were unimpressed.
Yeah.
So at the rest of the Costa Maya trip, we went to an amaretto place, Italian ice cream gelato.
Yes.
Italian gelato. It was excellent. We had the Nutella gelato.
Oh my
Is what I
gosh.
called it. It was excellent.
Chocolate hazelnut. So Nutella.
Yeah, so the Nutella gelato, it was excellent. We saw dolphins because you can see
We did.
dolphin
They
discovery
have dolphin discovery in port there.
in port there. So we saw some dolphins. Tooled around a couple other places, and then Charlene got tired of them trying to sell her stuff, and so we got back on the ship.
Yes, it's very aggressive. Or very, yeah, it's aggressive. I'm not going to say assertive. It's aggressive.
So we got back on the ship. One of the things that you will find when the ship is in port is because a lot of the crew, a lot of the passengers have gone out into port or are doing excursions or whatever. The ship is empty, so that's a good time to get in the pools. It's a good time to hit a place like Playmakers, which we did today.
Mm-hmm. They do have limited hours, but they are open.
So it's really a good time to hit some of the things you want. A lot of the food places, though, are closed because during this time also the crew is also off the ship and enjoying time off the ship.
Right, or
for
they're
themselves.
working at a different role on Coco King, Key, whatever.
Then we went to Cozumel. Now, Cozumel, we have been there a couple times before. We went to Dolphinaris one time. We've been to Las Palmas. Because we had the scooters, not really a good option to use the scooters for transportation in Cozumel. So we went to the cruise port at Cozumel. The International Pier has every kind of shop you would ever imagine.
Yes.
However, if we said it was aggressive in Costa Maya, in Cozumel, they take it to a different level.
Oh my gosh, they flatter you in every possible way.
So now Charlene and I bought two things inside of the International Pier.
Mm-hmm.
She got an Effie necklace that has, I think it was a sea turtle.
I think it's a starfish.
It's a starfish.
Yes. And that was what, our first cruise.
Yeah, our first cruise. So that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
She bought that. And like I said, I had to take a couple of extra shifts at the McDonald's to pay for that. The other time she bought some, I think, $80 earrings.
Yes.
The starfish is still with us. The $80 earrings didn't make it off the cruise.
Yeah.
So,
they were silver and they just weren't very high quality. But the Effie jewelry always is.
So let the buyer beware, I think is what the thing. We also bought a T-shirt for one of our friends while we were there as well. We got back on the ship, cruised a little, came to Coco Cay today. So today we got off at Coco Cay. Here's what I will say about Coco Cay, and this is just my opinion. If you are mobility challenged, not a lot for you to do in
a
Coco
scooter.
Cay.
Now they do have beach wheelchairs.
Yeah, they do have the beach wheelchairs.
If you have someone with you that can
push you, and they'll push you as well. So
yes,
but Charlene and I are really self-conscious about asking the crew to push us
because of my size.
So, so that's, if you're mobility challenged, there's just not a lot to do there. So we rode through it. We've eaten there before. The bananas are excellent there. We've been to the Oasis Lagoon,
which is a huge pool.
So it's one of the largest
Zero
pools
entry
in the Caribbean. We've been to the Coco Cay Beach Club,
yes,
which has the infinity pool.
That is nice, but be prepared for insect repellent.
Yeah. So One of the things we found there is that you can get pretty much anything you want to eat there, as long as you're willing to eat it with flies.
Not on the food, but around you.
The flies are coming for you.
Yes.
From what we found. So
In the summer.
this time we just rolled around, looked at the beaches, took a lot of pictures of the pretty, because it is gorgeous. It is. I mean, it is one of the most beautiful places we've ever been.
Yes.
And then we got back on the ship, went to Playmakers, and did stuff there. So we've got 2 days cruising left. 2 days of this cruise left. The last day will be cruising, coming back from the Bahamas to Port Canaveral. Tomorrow we're going to be in Nassau, Bahamas. First time Charlene and I have ever been to Atlantis. We're going to do that in Paradise Island.
anytime you have an accessible cabin with a balcony, you're going to have this little thing that flips down for you to just roll in or roll out, if you prefer. So we're able to walk, so short distances. So, oh my goodness, this is the view from our balcony. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more, but I can't. Very large balcony. We have a junior suite, accessible. So
we want to talk about the room a little bit. This is a junior stateroom, handicapped accessible. So a couple of things about this room that are, make it really, really special. One, it is the largest cruise room that Charlene and I have ever stayed in. In fact, I've stayed in several hotels that didn't have a room this large. In fact, I think the only hotel we stayed in with a room this large was when we stayed at the Venetian. So for a size comparison, Charlene's going to pan over here to the scooters, and you can see the scooters are easily inside of the room. One of the things is, pretty much in any room we've ever stayed in, including at Disney, our scooters sat back to back and pretty much took the whole length of the room. That's not the case in this room. It's like I said, this is the largest cruise room we've ever been in. Charlene showed you the deck. We'll show you the deck later. And also, you can see there's a lot of size in the room. Nice sized bed. We've got seating over here on a couch, seating here with a seat, seating over here at the desk. So
yeah, normally there's a chair there, but we moved it into the bathroom, and that ottoman goes with this chair.
Okay. So we increased our plug-ins here. One of the tips we gave you earlier: carry something like this that doesn't have a
surge protector
on it. They'll let you have it. This right here again does not have a surge protector, and is a
European plug.
Is a European plug adapter. It looks like that.
Yep. Hey guys, so just off of the main area here, the bedroom / seating area, is our accessible bathroom. Our steward left us a cute little monkey. Pretty good size. Very good size, actually. Here's the shower. You do have a fold down bench. Very nice. Have the overhead. You also have a detachable. By the door, you have the closet, which is massive. Light switch. Obviously, walk in. Lots of shelving. There's your life jackets. So, big full-length mirror.
So Atlantis, I will say, starting off, Atlantis was probably the most fun we've ever had.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
So it is a gorgeous piece of property. It's huge. We didn't even we were there for 3 hours, and 4 hours, yeah. And we didn't even make it over to Dolphin Cay. No. So there's a lot of stuff. You've got kids, they will be ecstatic, and they will be entertained for the whole time. Mm-hmm. There's a huge water park there, water slides, aqua adventure, pools. You got a lazy river. Mm-hmm. You got the dolphins. You can go over to see the dolphins.
Stingrays.
You swim with stingrays. You can see sharks. There's a large aquarium that you go through.
Beautiful aquarium.
For adults, there's a huge casino there. Plenty of gift shops, plenty of places to eat.
Yeah, that casino rivaled Vegas.
So, like I said, the most fun Charlene and I've had. It was really, we had enough time for us to really keep me interested before I got bored and started acting up. So, and that is a good excursion for us. And it wasn't so long that we weren't able to do that. We weren't able to get a ride over there. I will say, if you need to get a ride with transport with a thing like a scooter or a wheelchair, it is quite expensive. I mean, it was $195 each just to get over there on the ride,
and
then $195 each to actually get into the park. Day pass. So
it is quite expensive. So if you're on a budget, probably not the best idea. But if you have some extra funds, it's completely. I think it's worth it.
It was, like I said, the most fun we've had. You have great views of the Atlantic Ocean. There is a walking path, a concrete walking path that you can take the scooters on. Yep. That goes right down by the ocean. You are literally within steps of the ocean. The one thing we would say, and you're also within steps in a little lagoon that they have there, that comes where the ocean water comes into the property. Mm-hmm. The one thing I would say there is, if you have mobility issues, the sand there is very deep, and you sink down in it, and you're walking through that sand, and so it's a little difficult. Even though it's a very short walk, it's difficult to walk through.
Yeah, and then when you get there, it's pretty shallow, so you have to walk out a little.
So you've got to walk out into that sand. Probably not the same issues as far as the sand. If you're up on top and you're going out into the ocean, the beach there, it's more, the sand is wetter and it's more packed in. Yes. So just those couple of things. There's a lot of places to eat there, a lot of gift shops. Again, like I said, and the folks in Atlantis are terrific.
Oh my gosh, top-notch service.
They want you to enjoy your time there. Mm-hmm. They meet you as you come off of the transportation into the property. Mm-hmm. They walk you through what you go into registration, what's on the property, how to get there.
Especially if you're
mobility challenged.
Right, if you're on a scooter or a wheelchair or anything like that. Yeah.
Now, being Charlene and I, we couldn't do it without at least a little drama, so we had a little drama with the elevator. It turned out we were able to figure it out and make it work, but the elevator closed too quickly for both of us to get on there at the same time.
They had some technical issues with the elevator while we were there, so it's not a common thing.
The place we ate, called Shark Bites, was good. It was expensive. We spent $70 for a chicken sandwich, and I think she had nachos
with a tip and two Diet Cokes. So it was, and there's, I will say Atlantis is, you're going to spend some money if you're there. Other than that, like I said, we had a great time. So the places that we ate on this cruise, we ate in the first part of the cruise. We did it in two things. So we did a back-to-back cruise. So we did 5 days and then 4 days. So we spent a total of 9 nights on the ship. The first cruise, the 5-day cruise, we decided not to do specialty dining and went to the main dining room every night except one. And that one wasn't the main dining room's fault. It was scooter drama. Hashtag scooter drama.
So, which actually turned out that we really felt bad the next day when we called Scoot Around and found out they had taken care of our scooter drama. We just didn't know it because Royal Caribbean had the wrong room number.
Anyway,
so the main dining room, each night in the main dining room, there is a theme. So we went to a taste of Italy. We went through a taste of the Mediterranean, a taste of the USA, and we missed the taste of France.
Yes, we did.
So each night there's a different theme. There's themes around, the food is around that. Main dining room food, here's what I would say. I'd call it probably 6 or 7 on a 10 scale. Yeah. It's good. It's not fantastic.
It's not memorable.
It comes with your cruise.
Yes.
You pay for it as part of your cruise fare.
But the service
is always outstanding with Royal Caribbean in the main dining room. You will have waiters that know you and know what you like and what you don't by the second night that you're there, and they will cater to you. You will have the same waiters every single night. If you have special needs, they know those needs when you get there, and they will have already taken care of it. And if like you need a chair that's expanded,
no arms,
they will take care of that. They'll do it discreetly so that you're not actually.
And it will be there every night thereon.
And it'll be there every night from there on. Just get with the maitre d' when you get on the cruise. They'll take care of your needs and make sure you're taken care of. So Charlene and I, in addition to eating in the main dining room 5 nights, we had lunch and breakfast both in the main dining room and at the Windjammer. So lunch in the main dining room, much of the same thing, a little bit less food. Breakfast, you get a hot breakfast. They'll cook your eggs to order. You can get pancakes, whatever you want. In the Windjammer, it's a buffet. So for breakfast, it's on the buffet, scrambled eggs, sausage, bacon, any type of bakery stuff that you really could think of is there. And then juices, fruit, whatever you want for breakfast. For lunch and dinner, you get things like burgers and fries. They have a theme every single night, so they'll have, basically, if it's Chinese night, you'll see things like General Tso's chicken. If the theme is India, it'll be Indian food throughout the Windjammer. I would say about the Windjammer, the food in the Windjammer is probably a little bit less than what you would say in the main dining room, so I'd probably put it as a 5 or 6. Again, it's not terrible. It comes with your cruise fare, so anytime you eat in the Windjammer, you're not going to be charged. And it's convenient because the Windjammer is open a lot of the times during the day. The other thing that's inconvenient is a lot of people eat in the Windjammer because it's right next to the pool deck, and that's the truth really on any Royal Caribbean ship. So be prepared, especially on sea days, that the Windjammer is going to be loaded. Sea days and breakfast, the Windjammer will be loaded. And you're just going to have to be prepared for that. The next place we'll talk about is Playmakers. Playmakers is a bar. They serve things like burgers, fries, wings, finger food. They have 30 TVs throughout there. They do on this ship. I believe the Playmakers is even larger in the bigger ships, like Icon and Oasis, and the ones that have the Royal amplification. Playmakers, like I said, you go there, you can catch a game, you can get some finger food, you can get burgers, you can get fries. Very good burgers and wings. Yes. So and they've got redonkulous desserts. So they've got a 5 ice cream sundae setting in 5 scoops of ice cream, different types of ice cream in
it's a helmet, isn't it? Like a baseball helmet or something?
In a baseball helmet with a sundae and all the toppings on top of it. Yep. They've got a warm cookie.
Campfire cookie.
Yeah, what they call a campfire cookie. That's just a cookie in a skillet. So like I said, just redonkulous desserts. Typical American overindulgence. Chops is a steakhouse. It's famous. It's literally on every Royal Caribbean ship, Chops Grill.
For a reason.
It is high-end steak, high quality. The sides are the best, in my opinion, that you get anywhere in any restaurant on the ship. And this is true across Royal Caribbean's fleet. So again, imagine going to a high-end steakhouse and eating, basically steak, baked potato, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. If you got a chop house where you live, it's pretty much getting a chop house, and you get a view at of the ocean. All right, so Jamie's Italian. I've got to say that just between you and I, so Charlene and I have eaten at Giovanni's table a couple times. Expecting Jamie's Italian to be similar, I didn't have a lot of high expectations because personally, I don't like Giovanni's table. I found the food to be pretty much
Olive Garden.
Well, no, I would have Olive Garden rated higher than Giovanni's.
Okay.
But Jamie's Italian on this ship was a pleasant surprise. The appetizers, the charcuterie.
And the meat plank.
They called it a meat plank. Let me tell you, Disney blows that. Whatever meat plank they got out here, Disney blows that away. Yeah. After you've had charcuterie at Disney, it ruins it for everybody. The garlic buns, I liked. Charlene was kind of but after that, the main course, I had vodka, penne vodka, with a vodka, like I said, with a spicy vodka sauce. Charlene had a truffle pasta, both excellent. Yum, yum.
Yes.
They make the pasta in-house. You can tell it was excellent. I wouldn't say it might have been some of the best food that we've had on the ship in that second service.
You also had a salad.
And I also had a salad, which was a salad.
And I had mashed potatoes.
she got mashed potatoes, which were
super good.
They were good. And then the dessert that I had was a banana split, and that banana split had 3 different types. It had strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate ice cream. Gelato. It had a caramelized banana and caramelized popcorn on top of it.
I had.
And I ate it all. Charlene had a lemon
blueberry meringue cheesecake. Oh.
The meringue, Charlene didn't eat the meringue. I tried it. It was outstanding. It was some of the best meringue. And I'm not even a big meringue fan, but it was really good.
I was so full that I could not finish it.
And
I wanted to, but I couldn't.
It was big. It was a big dessert. So the main course, the desserts, the starter, but all in all, and let me say, all of the specialty restaurants, you are getting A++ service. And you not only getting A++ service, you're getting the manager coming over and making sure you're getting A++ service. So, they are following up. They want to make sure that when you walk out of there, with the very least, that you say that they gave you good service. So last but not least, Izumi. So Izumi is Charlene's favorite specialty restaurant. It's not mine. I would probably say Jamie's Italian was my favorite. But it is Charlene's favorite restaurant. And the thing is, Jamie's Italian is really on very few of the Royal Caribbean ships now. Mm-hmm. They are moving to the Giovanni's concept. So Izumi, fantastic hibachi food.
And entertainment.
Everything that you would expect from a hibachi, you got it there in Izumi. Hibachi, outstanding. The rice is very good. I had filet mignon, lobster, and scallops. Charlene had New York strip steak.
And chicken the first time.
And chicken and filet. Again, they were all excellent. Cooked perfectly. Cooked exactly like we asked to be cooked. You get the full hibachi experience. I can't say enough. Izumi is very good. The service there is probably the best of any of the specialty restaurants. So where Jamie's Italian and Chops gave you A++ service, Izumi gives you A++++++++++. They go way beyond to make sure that you enjoy your experience with them. You're there with other people so you can talk with the cruisers. One asked Charlene why she doesn't like vegetables, and I don't know what answer she had for that.
Right. An eye roll.
other than that, she just doesn't. So you eat with other people. The Izumi experience was good. We ate there twice. We ate there the first night of the four night cruise, and tonight, the last night.
8 people per table.
And basically, yes, 8 people per table. We were able to make a request of them to put us at the shorter table because of my knee. So we're in the main dining room. We're getting ready to head off the ship today and head back to the house. We'll see our girls tomorrow.
And Bubby.
And Bubs. And you babies, here we come.